I'm a lone wolf, dude.
I'm sorry, dude.
I never got influenced by other men.
I'm a little more of a lone wolf.
I can't even imagine being influenced by other men growing up.
Yeah, dude.
It was give me something to break.
I'd
pack a chainsaw, dude.
I'd be pissed.
I'll rip your ass raw.
I would rip your ass raw.
Is that the line?
Yes. Yeah. And then this one comes in. He's like, "Why is it dark in here? Turn the light." I was just like, dude.
He ripped my ass raw.
I'd like to rip his ass raw. I haven't gotten a chance yet.
Eye contact.
Expedia's
just dialed.
Expedia's call waiting is like trolling songs.
What do they play?
They played Rick Astley. They played Never Gonna Give You. Like literally, they rickrolled you while I was waiting for an hour and a half.
Oh.
Now I gave up at 50 minutes. I turned it off.
Oh, that's the worst.
I couldn't. And they played Hello from the Other Side by Adele, which because one of the lyrics is like, I must have called 1,000 times.
Oh.
I mean, they think it's funny.
Expedia's
having fun.
They're just fucking with you.
Fuck! Oh my God. And then so I just bought a different reservation. I just bought it because I would rather spend $400 on a nice room than have to talk than any of that.
Yeah.
And then there's a app that just disconnects whenever a actual person gets on. Like you do the whole like online advisor or whatever to try to change your reservation. So it's like automated at first, and then it's like one moment we'll connect you with someone. As soon as someone connects, it disconnects. Boys,
dude, you're living that stick in a bandana life, dude.
Something's wrong right now.
You're a rambling man.
That's another thing that sucks right now. My car's just filled with clothing.
Yeah,
it's a shitty time right now.
You're assistant coach from Last Chance U.
I really am.
He's got the fucking shirts in the back,
and I got to deal with guff from a guy who's supposed to be a friend. I got guff.
I am a friend. I had we laid out a schedule. Schedules are good.
All right. Now I'm done.
Yeah.
Belly aching.
Dude, it was funny. I had the opposite. Today I was like, I came home. My babysitter crapped out. Just crapped on me.
Really?
Whatever happens, you know.
Tight.
But
Sweet.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like running around doing all this shit. And I get a text. Gerben calls me. He's like, "Hey, I'm outside." And it's 11. I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was that moment I could have instantly broke down and spazzed, and I just went totally fine.
Yeah,
I've been on, and I could have fumed.
I was fuming. I texted Gerben this morning, and it was while I was expedieing, and I was like, "How's 12?" And he just responded, 11. We agreed upon 11.
But what's funny is
it's not
what the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Just say like, "Oh, man, shit, I can't do 12. I'm sorry, I can only do 11." That's how I would respond. You say, "We agreed upon it. This is the deal we made, and I'm going to show up at this time." What a psycho way to talk.
It's not a psycho. What a psycho fucking thing to do when you agree to a plan and then you know that somebody else has you know that somebody else.
It's not psycho. It's not psycho. If you would have just been like, I can't, I'm sorry. I'd be like, totally understand, my bad. That's that. But instead it's, no, we have a contract. We agreed on this. Otherwise I'm not doing it.
Psycho just writes 12. Not, hey, 12. I know we agreed on this. Could you?
It's the type of psycho that's on call waiting with Expedia.
So you say that. You say, "Hey, I'm having a rough day, dude. I apologize. I know you got a work schedule. I got a work schedule."
Can you is there a way on your phone to get music while you talk to somebody? You know, not like a ringback tone.
I would need that soothing, like Asian music when I talk to him.
I said 12 at Billy's, and then the address. He said 11. I said, "Okay, tough guy."
And then what did I say?
I said, "Okay, tough guy. Thanks for that." It's not tough guy. It's what we agreed on.
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Tough as nails."
No. And then I said, "Lol."
And then he said, "Lol." So I mean, it was friendly, but you are being tough as nails. I don't know.
I get it.
It's the game. The denim. He's got a new flow.
It's the game.
And I know. Do you want to talk about other things that's been going on?
It's the game.
What other things have been going on? No. What other things?
Well, the funniest thing is, as soon as I immediately, I realized this today. Whenever I encounter some sort of conflict where it's like today, I was like, I saw Gerben call me, and I was like, I'm just finding out about this, and my brain instantly got pissed at Brittany for some reason. I'm like, she's at fucking work. I just get mad at everyone I can. I'm like, she's at fucking work right now.
I did text you last night though.
I didn't see a text.
Oh yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
The funny part was, then I'm like,
more importantly, it's his wife's fault.
Yeah, exactly. The funniest part was, I was like, and I'm just fine. I checked the text. It was like 9 a.m. I'm like, my phone was on silent. How was I supposed? Dude, my brain instantly. I always catch it just instantly blaming as many people as possible. Yeah. It's so fucking funny.
Well, that's fuming.
That's
what fuming is.
I started to fume, and I fucking fire height. I was just like, I put the extinguisher on. And I said, look, the funny part was, all I had to do was make one phone call and be like, hey, can you watch her at like 11:30 instead of 12? And then it was no issue. But
So we all had to chug our White Claws as fast as possible
out in the parking lot.
And then I would go out to the parking lot to chug a White Claw as fast as I could.
Bees was out there
come
too.
Back. Yeah,
Bees made friends.
Beezer made. Yeah,
he was outside slugging Hennessy.
He was parking lot pimping, dude. He was out there just
He's holding it down.
Yeah, he was slugging Hennessy. Good lord.
Bees was outside slugging Hennessy with like 2 30-year-old black dudes.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, take this. And it's like, I don't think they understood who they gave the alcohol to. The Bees are probably just absolutely dented their Henny, dude.
What is this fucking gay shit? Just chug that.
They probably thought they were going to punk the Bees. But, yo, here, drink this.
Yeah.
Bees grabbed the H-Rock, dude. They passed Bees the H-Rock, dude. He probably just drained it.
Bees put in work on Friday, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, something happens where if Bees takes Molly, his face turns like it's like totally pale. It's the craziest thing. you won't see him for like 20, like an hour. Then all of a sudden Beezer will walk back in with like headphones in and be like, yo. And his face is just, he looks gray. He's like, yo, what's up? It's like, oh my God, dude.
Oh, fuck, I mean, dude. He might be the patron saint of Broski.
He's dying. He's dying. Soon, dude. Soon, bro. So
dude, he was so fucking funny all weekend.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, it's so funny how he gets so pleasant on Molly too. I mean, he's not like a dickhead by any means, but when he gets drunk, he gets kind of fired up.
Yeah.
But Molly, he's like, "Hey, what's up,
he's very
man?
chill.
Yo, what's up, dude?"
Yeah.
It's not like a dick.
No, but he's still spastic. So, all right, I'm not going to name names.
True.
But I'll be honest. When we got back on Friday night, somebody was like, "Yo, I have DMT."
Yes.
Now at this point, I am very drunk. Yes. I should have never done this.
First of all, it's what, 4:30?
Yeah, it's about 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And that was when we decided to rip as much DMT as possible, as if it was weed.
Yeah.
Just kept passing.
It's like a 3-man rotation.
Dude, it was. I think because of all the alcohol and stuff, I didn't blast off as hard, but it was like, it felt bad. I felt bad. I felt like I was doing, I was doing hard drugs, but I was like, this is what like doing.
Well, you were doing DMT like hard. You guys smoked it like crack.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me that you guys would all rip it once and then party for like 4 minutes.
Dude, for real, for like 5 minutes, we were like,
and then go back.
It would wear off and be like, all right, we should chill. So you guys like, all right, let's do one more. And like, all right, fine. And one guy, I'm not gonna name names.
Obviously,
he was like, yeah, give me that. And he just ripped it, dude.
The theories were confirmed.
The theories were. He's like, I've never done that stuff.
We have one friend we suspected of being a DMT addict, dude.
I've never seen anything like
ass, dude.
I've never seen anything like it.
He's a gremlin.
He gremlined out.
It is what it is.
And spaz, dude. He was spazzing on DMT. He was like, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. So
what the fuck?
Now I don't want to make an excuse.
Sure.
But that led me
pretty
to
solid, dude.
I woke up.
Hold on. Dong. Strip club. Butt plugs.
Strip club.
Lots of alcohol.
DMT. Until about 5
in the morning.
5, maybe 6.
About 9. Everyone else is milling around about 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 a.m. I started hearing people. I didn't wake up until somebody knocked on my door at like 11:30, and they were like, "We got to go."
Yeah.
And I was just like,
"Yeah,
zero chance." I tried, dude. I sat there for a minute, and I was like, "All right, I can do this." And then I was like, I have to shit. Yeah. I was like, "This is gonna be a half hour. You guys go ahead." And I got there like maybe an hour late. I had no idea how long. I had no idea how long that would take.
You were also an hour late too. Like if we didn't start at that time, it would have started to kind of get fucked up.
Yeah,
because it closed at 5, so we had like a 2.5 hours. Seemed like, I mean, it was war, dude.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was war.
That was crazy. I've never seen paintballing,
dude.
That was nuts.
Fucking nuts. So first of all, so you were recovering, dude. You had dysentery. You caught dysentery at the camp.
I did at the camp. Yeah, that happens.
Happens, dude. So
a horrendous case of DMT-induced dysentery.
So we go out. We got there like late because it closed at 5, and I think we got there like I don't know, I forget 2 or so. But it took us. We got there. We left early. We started rallying everyone around that time, 11:30.
I will say this also. Totally sober, awake at the time, I still would have not wanted to do that.
Yeah, it was intense.
When I got there and saw it, the first game, I was like, fuck, I fucked up. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
By the third game, I was...
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? Hey. It's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip.
Come on, bro. If it's a coin flip, you know they're stealing it.
We're going to be shooting.
If it's close, we're going to get the old 2 a.m. Oh, we found 900,000 votes.
It's just,
Gonna go, if you challenge the election, you're a piece of shit.
dude, it's the day after the election. I hope it's just all B-roll. Just you by yourself on set.
Oh man.
I don't want to reap the whirlwind.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, we're gonna be on set.
Yeah, it's election day. That's gonna be
So fun.
Yeah.
Either way, that's
People
gonna be
reading-
so fun. If Trump loses, I'll get to make fun of you. I'll be like, nice going, dude. You ruined the country.
Right. You got a fuzzy on your cheek.
Ooh, this one. Yeah. No, it's been good. Tires has been great.
Tires has been
You've
great.
been incredible.
You've been incredible.
Well, but it's
You've been incredible.
It's a week, but
It's been a fun week.
nailed it.
God damn, you forget how hard actually working is?
Yeah.
I feel like the biggest pussy of all time.
I can't believe you're actually doing it. If I was like at your level, I think I'd be like, guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta be honest. I'm starting to be like, I'm not coming in at fucking like, and I'm yelling at these poor people that are working there. I'm like, dude, why would I get here at 5:30 in the morning?
Yeah, I like those long days. I have that in the back of my head where I'm like, he doesn't need to be doing this. You know, and like,
No, I
you
do.
feel like
I do.
you're asking
Yeah.
somebody to stay at a party too long.
Yeah,
You're
just
like,
12-hour. Yeah.
I definitely need to do it. It's the best. But the you
that
just
first day, 5:30 wake up.
Stuff
I
was great.
I was like,
the first day,
is
yeah, I was like,
unsustainable.
this is gonna
Yeah.
be for 4 fucking months. I'm gonna kill myself. Stav's been so good.
yeah.
yeah.
Schultz and Tommy were great. Everything's good. So Kyla's been fucking killing
Oh
it.
my god, yeah.
If she wasn't asleep, she'd be on the pod. we
Chris,
might be
you
able to
too.
do this.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you too.
Yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
thank you.
Yeah, true. We just didn't say Chris. Didn't we do that at the premiere?
Yeah, yeah.
Just literally, we're just up there. He was dying. He was dying.
I ruined it.
It was
Yes.
full panic mode, but also no one was like, "Oh yeah, O'Connor."
Yeah.
Chris was just sitting there.
At the end, they just brought up like a little stool for me to sit on. That was a surreal experience, though. I also like it when we got up on stage. I was like, "What do we?
We didn't have anything.
What do you say?"
That was one of the worst pieces of shit. And
like-
poor Brandon from Rough House just up there like. So
So yeah.
you guys, how do you get into character?
Yeah.
It's like none of us do. These are all us.
Well,
I was
the
giving them
instinct-
one-word answers.
Yeah, the instinct is like turn it into a podcast. We're just talking about jerking off and like
Yeah,
fingering pussies.
instantly talked about
and-
Steve's sexual proclivities. That's all I got. But yeah, waking up early and then driving home tired. Being like, how the fuck? I forgot how big of a pussy I was.
Dude.
That people actually. Also, we're not even working.
Right.
We're just there, literally laying on a recliner until it's time to do 3 minutes of work. And then you sit back on a recliner and go, "What the fuck are you doing, Steve? Bitch, fuck you, O'Connor, bitch."
And it's also not even a situation where there's no end in sight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're working a day job and you're like, "Oh, this is my life.
Yeah,
This is forever until this." You like know it will be over in December.
I got that in the back of my head though. The whole time I'm like, I don't want to do any more acting. It sucks. Stand up's so good. Stand up's 1 hour and you go home.
Yeah. And that's but the staff too. They're showing up like an hour before we even
Yeah.
get there, and then an hour after.
Dude, this fucking sound guys, that job actually is hard.
Yeah.
Just holding the fucking thing all day.
Yeah. Christian.
I'd be cranky if I were them.
It reminds me of the Temple Owl guy who does this the whole
Yeah,
game.
yeah. No, St. Joe's Hawk.
Oh, St. Joe's Hawk.
Yeah.
He just the whole game just
He has
does
to flap
this.
his wings the entire game. Did you know that?
No.
He stands there the whole time.
Going
and
this.
goes.
Just 3 hours.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Pretty
And there's
tiring.
no point. There's no reason for him to
Other
do
than
that
everyone
anymore.
goes, he's still doing it. That's it. That's the whole point. If someone goes, you know, he flaps his wings the whole game.
Yeah, I love the tradition of college basketball.
We got it.
There's a guy in the worst Hawk costume.
It's great.
The Hawk costume's 60 years old. You can look- it's just a couple.
Now I'm like President Garfield or whoever that guy, Taft.
Yeah, I'm thinking when your balls heat up from the tub, you can't crumb. You can only stroke. I mean, prove me wrong, unless you've crumbed in the bathtub.
I mean, it's back when I was at my height of crumbing. I could crumb anywhere.
In the tub, though?
I crumbed in the tub. Not taking a bath, laying down in the shower.
Oh, you just lay down in an empty bathtub?
Yeah. I point the shower head as low as it goes, so it was just like on my feet.
Oh, that's different. I'm talking about being submerged, which, by the way, respect.
Because I'm not into aquaplay. When the
You
water
just tickled your toes and fapped in
my
the tub.
feet. When my tootsies were getting wet.
I told you I got into historical play for a while, where I like went back just thousands of years into BC mode, where I'm like, I can go anywhere in my mind. Why am I staying in this time frame? And I went back to like ancient Egypt and fapped as a young prince. I was a young prince.
You never told me this.
I never told you this?
No.
Yeah, I got into like fucking quantum time leaping. When I first got off the porn, I started like time traveling while fapping. I was a young prince, dude, with a servant girl, beautiful servant girl. And it wasn't even about me. I was just thinking about this situation that happened in like
Servant
600
girl?
BC. Yeah, servant girl.
That's
I
a little weird.
I
dude.
hashed that out.
It's
I was like, yeah,
Jeffersonian sex play.
just a young, back then, before it was like a big deal. It was fucking sick to be
Back
a
when it
servant
was not
to
a big
to the
deal,
prince.
yeah.
If you're a servant girl to the prince, that was like awesome.
And what would you say to the servant girl?
I would say, oh, what are you doing? I was such a young prince.
Oh,
I
you
was
were a young
so
prince, and she
innocent,
was like,
dude, innocent.
oh, so it was basically like stepmom play, which she was like, you need to be, you're under so much pressure.
Pretty much.
I need to release you, my king.
Let me introduce you to the ways of the erotic delights. And I was going, but I'm just a young prince. Sir, I'm just trying to master all the hieroglyphs.
And then what would you say when you jizz? Would you say, whoa, what is this?
I instantly just jumped back to the present moment and went,
I have problems.
and ran into my bed wet and got scolded by my wife. I get into bed so
you're,
wet,
you're
dude.
into
I get into bed.
You're into historical play
Bro.
lately.
Oh, this wasn't that long ago. This was this was like maybe 5 months ago. I get into bed wet. I get into bed wet as hell too. I love getting out of the shower. I don't like to fully dry off. I like to lay in bed wet. And my wife fucking hates it.
That's fucking crazy. Dude.
No, dude.
Jerking off to in your mind being an Egyptian prince and then getting in bed soaking wet is fucked up, dude. That's like, I hate it.
I get into
You
bed
can't
wet.
do that,
I get into
dude.
bed wet. I fucking buried the time capsule. I've never traveled back. Honestly, it's too good. It's too good, dude. I broke the time machine. You cannot do the time machine again. It's too good.
I might get the time
Dude,
machine
the time
going, dude.
machine's so
That's a
nice.
good call.
The time machine is so nice.
I see myself more as a French aristocrat.
I was just about to say, dude. I was like, try out the Napoleonic era, bro.
The
You'd
Napoleonic,
love it.
yeah.
Oh, French aristocrat would be nice.
Powdered face and wig.
Oh,
What a delightful treat.
oh. People must have all just blown their load in like 2 seconds back then, right?
I don't know. I think they were like really into it.
You think so?
Yeah, they were all they were very it seems to be all they fucking talked about
True.
was like, yeah. Everybody was cheating on everybody. We're headed there again.
Yeah.
And
true.
you know where that ends? Everyone getting their fucking heads cut off.
Yeah.
If you,
Dude.
all you hear about is the rich and famous people fucking and sucking each other, and
you're
you're some
right.
poor guy with no food or cum,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, we got to get in there.
Dude, me and Lemaire listened to a modern rendition of Socrates defending himself at the trial on the way up here. Unbelievable.
I mean, that was basically RFK in front of the.
Dude, I'm
Committee.
telling you, literally.
Yeah.
I was listening to it. I was like, he has to
We
know.
just did this.
Why doesn't he just say, I'm Socrates? And just be like, you guys listen to this. This is what you're doing to me. Dude, I watched that whole thing, by the way.
It was awesome.
You watched the whole...
I didn't watch the entirety of it.
Oh, you
but
watched his opening speech.
I watched the opening speech. I watched several clips.
You saw the highlights. They didn't let him talk that much. They
Yeah.
were like, kept jumping back and
You
forth.
see the girl behind the black lady?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
The lady...
Forcing
So
them.
you're going Sharia law on this. You're mine. Let's cover you up a little.
No.
And I agree.
No,
I
I'm not
agree.
saying because you're mine. I'm
My
saying
enemy's
because
enemy is my friend.
I'm saying because my friend. Yeah, my friends. It's like
Yeah, don't give Brian Six a boner at the Halloween party.
right.
But yeah, that's never an argument you can win. I've been down this road. Obviously, we all have.
Well, because once you start getting to specifically like how long or short a skirt,
I did that at the table. I was like, stop me where the dress up your knee. Tell me where the dress stops. And if when you say it like I'm saying it right now, it does come off a little bit controlling and abusive, but it was not. It was a fun, friendly conversation that ended up not being friendly, but at first seemed friendly.
I was trying to suggest a variety of costumes that maybe didn't require.
I was going to go as Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
It's like a turtleneck.
Full gown.
Full sleeves.
Yeah.
No, that was passed upon. Princess Leia. Princess Leia was nice. You wanted the Hillary Clinton Princess Leia.
Yeah. I'm on Cloud City's Princess Leia.
Nope.
Yeah.
Slave Leia was what was settled upon. Was just metal bikini Princess Leia. That's an idea for real. And it was just like, no.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 40 degrees. Don't.
Miss Frizzle was in the mix. I was like,
That
that's
was
a
nice.
big, that's a big dress.
I knew where that was going.
Yeah.
The scuba diving episode.
They
Bikini.
editorialized Miss Frizzle a little bit.
Yeah. And what are you're still planning on the referee costume?
No. Because I'm shy. And I know that doesn't sound, I was thinking about this.
You're a
obviously.
shy man.
Yeah, I am shy. And I think to make this costume funny, when the idea behind the costume was I'd be like, why are you laughing?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
The idea behind the costume is I'm an NFL referee. I do have like a little mini.
You're throwing party fouls.
You're right. And I'm hitting people with the flag and calling party fouls.
Yes.
And
Now,
I
I
think-
will say this has been done.
It has?
It's probably for 30 years.
Okay, then it's
That's
unoriginal.
okay. It's original to you.
But I'm not going to do it because, again, I just don't have the, frankly, balls to like go around and.
I think you do.
No, I don't.
Well, this fucks me because I bought a referee outfit. And I was going to be wearing it when you got there.
No, are you serious? You're going to be so funny with
It was
me.
Chris's idea to get a white hat, so I'd be the head official.
Damn, I look for a white
So I
hat.
could tell you what
Have it on
to do.
Amazon.
Oh, wow, you thought of this? What are you? You're a
I was gonna go eBay
megalomaniac.
for a white hat. And I was like, I just wear a regular one.
Megalomaniac, bro. You're a power hungry pig.
Power hungry thing. I saw you looking at me earlier. I mean, it's just.
We were laughing so hard last night. If you showed up in the black hat,
Just white,
God.
And-
picking up flags, going, there's no flag on the overruled.
I literally have it in my checkout thing. I think I'm just going to come as like Ben Franklin or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to mix in the spectacles.
Oh, yeah.
We can get some glasses on.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I thought of that. I thought that there was a George Washington one on Amazon.
Yeah.
But then I felt like that might be kind of cunty to invite people to your house and then wear a fucking general's uniform and be like, welcome to my party. I'm the coolest guy of all time. I'm the most powerful man ever. I invented America. You know?
I like the idea of going all
Revolutionary.
all revolutionary clothing.
I like it too.
1770s.
What were you
Garb.
laughing at earlier?
I was laughing at that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
The white hat.
Yeah, the white hat. Yeah,
Picking up the flag would be
Picking
great.
up the flag is so funny.
In all fairness, I saw that referee. It's not like an original thought I had. I was in Manayunk, and this is going back 15 years.
And you thought of it then?
No.
A
guy ran down the street. It was like
Oh, you saw someone do it?
he pelted a guy in a Spider-Man costume with a flag 15 yards from being an F. And it was just so funny.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Yeah. It was back when you could say it.
We're bringing those back, dude. It's coming. Unless Chris has
wow.
anything to say about it in 30 days, you fucking
What are you
coward.
talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I know what you're going to
You know
do.
we're on the same side of that issue.
How many votes are you going to put in this year? You got about 20,000 last year.
Yeah, I'm going to request. I've requested 20. The whole downstairs is full of ballots.
Full of ballots.
Yeah, and I'm filling them out.
Because I didn't know where the bird picture went.
Everywhere.
I had no idea that it just. I thought I'd hit delete. I thought I hit X accidentally because once you press add to story, it just went.
Have you ever thought about doing butthole art? Taking a picture of your butt. People would look at
That'd
that.
be very
for a
funny.
while,
People would be
dude.
confused as to what that
As to
was.
what that was.
I was good at the dick pic. Like the dick, you couldn't really see it was a dick. You had to like look, like you'd see pubes or something. But like I would draw like a full football player's uniform on it, and then just have the helmet be the tip of my. Like I took a lot of time with it.
Yeah. So how'd you upload the raw file?
It just happened.
It just accidentally, like I accidentally hit it. And again, it wasn't even a hard dong. This was a flaccid penis sent to my store.
The bench rider.
This was
Fuck.
so I don't think I think I might rather have that than
Hard.
A hard dong out there?
a before catalog on Facebook.
I mean, I would do it today. Just fucking.
Now it would be funny. But if you were
nothing
serious
funny about
doing
it.
it,
What's funny about that, dude?
you do look jacked right now. You've been getting jacked.
I'm
It's
shredded.
nice.
I'm shredding right now. I'm trying to get down to like 175,
Yeah.
shred up and build up from there. But it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of discipline. Pretty tired. I woke up at 4 in the morning. Just
Why?
I think just from lack of calories. Just woke up woke up like dizzy, like oh shit.
Yeah, I've talked about this before, and I'm surprised you left out your before picture experience
forgot all
the last
about it,
time I
dude.
brought this up, because my one
Wait,
friend,
what before did you have?
my friend's dad did it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
My friend's dad did it on
fuck.
Facebook. He took a bunch of befores.
Fuck.
My friend's dad, he was
He
like
got drunk,
60.
right?
I don't.
Before
I
we
assume
knew-
he was hammered. He took a bunch of like I'm gonna lose weight before pictures
Holy
of him
fucking
like shirtless in the mirror in their bathroom,
Yeah.
and posted them on Facebook. And I mean,
It never followed through.
it's,
Our one
So
uncle
funny
just
to see this
constantly,
dude.
it's like a picture of him like this on his couch, and it's like in a dark room, all blurry. He's like, every time. I'm not going to say it all.
sounds like
there.
a Vikings fan.
I think I know. No.
He lives
Really?
near, he lives near your boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is he a
He's
Vikings fan?
No,
No.
he's not. No, he's just always.
Dude, don't talk about.
He's always looking.
I don't
at
know.
the camera.
That's the
Yeah,
one
I know.
uncle story I know.
That was the one thing. Again, my family's so fucking mean, dude. This guy has a thing he likes, and everyone walks down. Did you see the Vikings basement?
Spade painted.
Did he really?
I don't know if he painted the basement. but he was
Spade only
painting.
did a little bit. That guy did a lot
Yeah.
himself. He did a lot. He's not that guy.
He's a
Or-
purple people eater.
He is, dude. My whole family went down. This guy. It's like this guy's one thing in the world he likes, and everyone was like, dork. It's like,
Yeah,
let
of
him have it,
course.
dude.
I mean, I don't. Pretty much only one family really likes sports in our entire like family.
Not true.
1002. Who else?
I
likes
love sports, dude.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
You kidding me?
I tried to have a catch with my dad one time. He threw a football to me underhanded. I was like, all right, dude.
Oh my god.
Threw it back to me like that. I was like, all right, dude,
He
we'll go to
sidearmed it,
practice.
dude.
Yeah.
He fluted, dude.
True.
I saw Dad play football when I was little, and he was fucking hammered. He just kept getting tackled and falling like as hard as possible on the cold ground. And I remember watching it, just being like, He came in that night and like stumbled over the vacuum and grabbed my foot, and I was like, get away, get away. You don't know about those times, Bill.
Nah, not
You only
really.
were around the good times.
Yeah, you weren't there. You weren't there for the
Back when
hard
Daddy
times.
left alone to moonshine, dude.
I was there for the good old days. I mean, sorry.
You got clean shaven Pappy. It was the first half of our family, me, Tom, and Kevin. Mutants, dude. Just fucking fully got fucking.
What? Because your dad did he stop? No, your dad
Stopped
was-
drinking. Stopped
Oh,
drinking
really?
right around Billy. They only got the good times, dude. Sold the trash business, quit the fucking booze.
You had a drinking dad. You had a drinking trash dad coming home.
Drinking trash dad, dude. You get a fucking demerit from school, dude. Drinking trash dad, fucking turn you around and kick you in the ass, dude. It fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
drink-
had a drinking sales
I-
dad.
dude, I thought-
still got slapped around. Drinking sales dad will get you.
I grew up. Well, that's also too. That's a charged environment.
Yeah.
So it's like there's enough riding where you come home and you can beat up some kids. But yeah, I grew up thinking it was completely normal to drink like 6 beers with your dinner. Like I didn't think that was weird at all. Growing
Yeah.
up, I was like, yeah, you have like 4 or 6 beers every night you drink dinner.
Yeah, which is great. Like people get used to that, but I don't know. I never have. Like if I drink a 6-pack like in a short amount of time, I'm definitely feeling it. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
geezers is definitely the dads that come home and like start crushing light beers. They're like, that doesn't do anything to me anymore. It's like I do it a lot, and it does.
Yeah,
You're definitely like getting buzzed.
dude.
They
I-
probably
dinner.
stopped talking because they constantly get their balls broken. Like, I don't even feel it anymore.
What do you mean?
They're probably hammered, but they're just not saying it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. It's also funny too because I was
Monk is able to look at her, and the young monk's like, "Oh, are you a pervert? You're able to look at a woman?" And the old monk's like, "I'm so ordered. I'm able to look at a woman and just move on with my day. I don't have to hate myself. I don't have to hate God's beautiful creation and that woman's huge, lovely breasts." And
Well, that was Gandhi's move.
That's what I do when I see women. I'm like, I'm so ordered, I don't even think you're hot.
Gandhi was sleeping in a bed with girls.
Sleeping
no?
in bed with young concubines, I guess, because he could avoid the temptation. He never even
weren't they his
tried
like
anything.
nieces?
Yeah, it's, you know,
You had to take what you get.
work
Small,
what you got.
small village. Yeah,
for sure.
I
Yeah,
heard
mean,
Gandhi did that. Yeah, he would lay in bed.
and not do anything.
Oh, just cuddle puddle?
Cuddle.
No, he probably went arms at his sides, completely rigid, just like I don't even feel anything about this. I don't feel your flesh
People
on
going,
me.
Gandhi, we need you to write legislation for the country. You've got a job to do. No, I have to be in the bed with the needs.
Just starving in a cuddle puddle.
I mean, zooming out, he didn't know people would know about that. He was just, it was just,
I think he wrote about it.
How old was he when he did that? That's the question.
He was older, right?
Well, when he was younger, I think I might get this wrong. I think his father died and he was having sex with his wife at the time.
Good.
Like he was meant to be in there with his dad, but he said, "Oh, I might have sex with my wife and then go and visit dad, but first sex with the wife." And then he died, and he felt so ashamed that he stopped.
His father died, and he
like it was something like he could have seen his father one more time if only he hadn't
laid
had
with
sex
his
with
wife.
his
That
wife.
was why I never jacked on holidays as a child, because I thought my grandparents were going to die on a holiday, on like Thanksgiving or something, and it would be like, oh man, God was busy watching me jack off instead of saving my grandmother's life for Thanksgiving dinner.
That's true.
So I avoided it. I avoided it every single time, and then eventually I broke, and then it was just every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I used to torture myself over the Easter beat. That was the one that like really I'd be like, come on, dude, don't do it. And it was just I'd be on autopilot with the Kohl's catalog bra section, like, forgive me, Father.
And it's also rough because then you actually have to go to like mass and be like,
I was post mass.
Oh man,
I used to get torqued at Easter mass, like wildly so. It was crazy.
See everybody in their Sunday's best. You're just like, oh my god, I'm so horny.
Summer dresses.
Spring has sprung. Yeah,
Some new hairstyles. The girls are trying out new looks that you're not really getting in the class.
Genetically, I was a pagan. I was just the goddess Freya, dude. Was just.
You really interpret it's Oster for you. You're having the full pagan fertility festival.
What's Oster?
Oster was
Oster?
the
Oh yeah.
I won't say original, but that's all whenever Dan Brown's like, and did you know that Easter was actually a sex festival? It was called Oster, and the Vikings
I don't like that. I don't believe that,
dude.
Neither.
The Aphrodite shit's crazy. The Temple of Aphrodite.
I don't know anything about the Temple of Aphrodite.
It was when it was like around the time when Paul was riding around being like trying to get everyone to become Christians.
Oh, when he's sending his letters.
Yeah, when he's sending all of his epistles. And they were like, he's like, come to a church with us. And there was one place, I forget where it was, but they were like, we have a temple that just sells meat. And then it was like literally OnlyFans in real life.
Yeah.
It would just be a temple of maidens.
This is a big thing in the ancient world was the priestess whore.
Yes.
Because I know in Gilgamesh, there's this might not be exciting.
No, I'd like to hear it.
I'm all ears.
Gilgamesh is too powerful and the gods want to crush him. So they sent for him I think his name's Eridu or something, but he's a big hairy guy who's crazy, and the whole town is ruined by this hairy man who's meant to get in Gilgamesh's way. He's too powerful. It's a very strange introduction to the story.
Yeah.
But then the townspeople get together and they go, take him to the priestess hooker.
Yeah, the slut place.
And he'll have sex with her, and then he'll be civilized because he'll be ashamed from having.
Oh, the hairy guy will be.
Yes.
Oh, he loses his.
And then he comes, and then immediately he goes, "Oh, what have I been doing? I got to get my life together." And that's the start of the Epic of Gilgamesh.
He lost his strength.
But that they would have, the strip club and the temple were one.
Yeah.
Which also at a strip club, that is the vibe of the men. At a woman's strip club, everyone's hooting and hollering and they're going woo and they're trying to bite people. And at a men's strip club, usually just very sad, lonely guys sitting there alone, staring into
the temple of the flesh.
Oblivion. Yes.
Yeah, true. That's true. And it's a lot more reverent, I would say. Except, yeah, but then you get like when you're throwing money at them. I guess I don't know.
Different races, different strip clubs. I would say would be it.
You never tossed bills?
Oh no! In Australia, we don't.
That's a regular.
Really?
That's
yeah, that's
a regular.
Pretty regular. That's America. I mean, I'm so method. I think he's lost in the he's lost in the role. I think he's tough now.
I guess so, man.
I swear to God.
I don't know.
I'm still watching the rest of the accountant too. I haven't finished it yet. So in my head, I'm like, nah, he's tough as fuck, dude. Like you have no idea. He could beat up a whole room of people.
Probably could.
It's basically perfectly manifesting in his brain. Just him doing these like tough guy roles has just like became like his inner monologue. He's like, I'm the tough guy.
When you watch the podcast you were talking about, him and Shia LaBeouf, they do talk like, I don't even like. It's like a mix of like Navy SEALs and like Cholo gangbangers.
It's a different. It's a whole different language almost.
Brother. Let me tell you something about this, brother. They talk like Macho Man.
You have to think about yourself, brother. You know, as a man,
and I'm coming to you as a man, and you're a man, and they just the only word they're saying is man for upwards of 3 minutes.
How long have we been brothers for, brother? Let me tell you something.
Man, I don't know, brother.
Brother, let me tell you something about
Brother,
brothers.
about as long as I've been a man.
It's one of the all-time great
So relatively
podcasts.
recently.
It's one of the greatest podcasts ever recorded. Look, I'm not down with you hitting and pushing your wife, brother, but I get it, brother. I'm here for you in the corner. I'll grab you when you go to hit your wife. I'm that kind of guy that's grabbing your arms, driving my dick into your back. But I'm not right with that. If you want to punch your wife in the face, look, man to man, I get it. But I'm not gonna
brother to brother, that's a different story.
I'm gonna jump in front of the fist, and if my head hits her head, that's on her. She should have moved.
Doing pull shots on a guy's wife.
Clink me in the corner. Maybe I'll bounce off and catch her in the fucking nose. But look, brother. Yeah, it's the best. Those
if
two.
If you want to jack off in a chair while I punch her in the face, brother, that's your prerogative, man.
I actually tombstoned my ex-wife and killed her. It was an accident. It was a tragic accident.
I threw my wife off a Hell in a Cell, brother.
I was actually thinking about that. I think yesterday I was thinking about Shia LaBeouf, and I like Shia LaBeouf.
I like Shia a lot.
I like him a lot, but I was thinking like, I think he's still with that lady. I don't know. I could be wrong.
The FK the Twigs.
No, he got back with his wife.
Oh, so that wasn't his wife. He didn't. He hit his girlfriend.
Did he
allegedly
hit FKA Twigs or
maybe
I
it was
think
a push.
it was FKA Twigs that he.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if it was like a push. I don't know.
I thought he intentionally gave her a sexually transmitted disease.
I think that's also.
And then she wrote a great album about it called Eusexua, which is maybe it's not even about, it's about movements. It's a great album. Great art has come out of that intentional STD.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so that's on the record that he just didn't tell her.
I don't know. He apologized, but he was very vague about it. It's not clear what he's
fully converted to Catholicism. Apologized. I kind of like his arc so far.
He was. I hadn't seen his.
Catholic thing,
arc, but he was out in. He came to the club. He was at the Mothership like a couple months ago.
Really?
I watched the show. And he was lovely, and he had his dad there. And then I was looking him up on the internet, and I think the night before he was arrested for jaywalking because he kept calling a policeman silly. Like he went to cross a main road, and the policeman said, "You can't do that." And he said, "You're being silly. You're a silly policeman." He said the word silly.
That'll piss off a cop. You call a cop silly. They're not going for silly.
Yeah, I think silly is one of the. I mean, it's a great thing to call a cop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
not
literally
violent.
the last thing they want to hear.
Don't be silly.
Oh, you're being silly, man.
That
Because they're not silly at all. They're serious. It's the most serious men usually.
Yeah, it's much better than pig.
Yeah, they'd rather
Everyone
pig.
has pig.
At least there's
Pig
like
does no
anger
damage.
behind pig. If you're like, dude, you're being a little silly. They're like,
Also, pig is just such a standard like go-to.
Yeah.
Silly is like, wow, this guy has some beef with me for sure.
this
Like,
guy's,
well,
this guy's fucking with my head.
yeah.
But yeah, I just knew something went down. I don't know what happened, but I just thought about. My thought was like, say you were on record though, because the details come out. People just assume when they hear there was any sort of like assault or aggravation there, they assume you like beat the hell out of her.
Yes.
In, court of public opinion kind of thing. When you jump back into the dating pool, I wonder, like, if a girl dates you after hearing publicly that you were beating,
flinch a lot.
Yeah, or is it like, what's up with that? Like, is it like, are they like, okay, well, I know what I'm signing up for? Like, are there girls out there being like, oh, she was being a pussy? Of course your boyfriend shoves you. That's what I was wondering about. There's got to be girls out there that are like, yeah, for sure.
It's Italian women.
Yeah, sure. That was all. It was just a stupid thought in my car.
I'm sure there's girls that are about it like that, though.
Getting shoved?
Yeah. And they'll give it back.
Yeah.
Chris Brown's reputation has not been hurt with his woman.
There you
fan
go.
base.
That's a good one.
Ladies
No.
love Chris
Didn't
Brown,
he-
and his Wikipedia page is nuts. If you go to the controversies page on Chris Brown,
Yeah.
but
that
women
wasn't
are-
an isolated Rihanna incident.
Oh,
He's
really?
hitting heaps of ladies.
Really?
They're so horny
Allegedly.
for him, though.
He's like, have you seen the videos of him like just like at his shows just humping girls on
Yeah,
stage?
the meet and greet.
Crazy.
By the
Meet
way,
and greet.
M-E-A-T.
women
Yeah,
are
yeah.
getting
Oh, you gotta
pregnant,
go
taking
fast.
pictures with Chris Brown. They love that he's socking girls because it's like that means eventually enough of these girls are going to get socked and dropped out that I'm going to have
I'm
a
next.
chance. Yeah, I'm like 230,000th in line. If he could just, all I know is
Not through all of them.
I got to just be able to take one good one and I'm set for life. True. He's gonna be dancing on me.
Yeah, that's his lawyer must have like the fund that like just one savings account just for like smacking the lady fund.
The smack fund.
Smack fund's
He was smacking.
It's getting kind of low, Chris.
It wasn't even just girls he was dating. It was like someone who was looking after his dog, someone who did his hair.
Wait, what?
Have you read this?
He beat his dog.
Everyone can get it.
Chris Brown is
Like his dog or like his dog? Like his dog.
allegedly. Sorry, allegedly. I have to keep saying allegedly, but it's a big controversy's Wikipedia page, and it's almost all.
What is the controversy? What's the alleged controversy?
There's one after another. No, there's like 20.
Oh, assaults.
Like allegedly.
Really? Oh yeah, he just got rearrested recently. Yeah, he threw. Yeah, yeah, it's like a big one. It was like one of those. I think it was Fat Square Boys. I could be wrong. It was either tall and long or fat and square.
At this point, if you piss off Chris Brown, isn't it kind of your fault? You know what I mean? It's like, obviously he has a history of being a bit of a hothead. You know, it's like, maybe just keep your distance from him. I don't know.
That would suck. You're just recording like very
like
sexual R&B. You're like kind of chubbed up. You're like, this is kind of weird. The guy just beats your ass. That'd be getting your ass kicked as a sound engineer to R&B would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would suck, dude. Imagine if Boys II Men just stomped you, dude. Just DP'd you.
They had to.
Think Boys II Men were stomping
Oh
people?
yeah, you're getting punched with like very extravagant rings on their hands and shit. That shit sucks.
That one guy comes into the back.
You're getting
like,
kicked with a loafer that's softer than anything you've ever felt before. They're like, damn, I'm gonna grab one from my pillowcase.
Oh. Yeah, I never thought about that. That sucks. So hopefully Chris Brown figures it out, man. You can't be doing
Pretty
that.
sure recording studios see a lot of fights. I think a lot, and it's like a guy comes in for maybe a verse, or maybe he brought in a beat.
Yeah.
And then like another guy doesn't like him, and it just turns into like a Kai Cenat stream.
True.
Probably pretty frequently.
That's a good point.
There's just girls twerking and guys screaming, and no one understands what's going on.
It's got to be such a stressful
And
environment.
then you get a platinum record out of it. It's like the formula worked once
Pressure
again.
make diamonds.
It's true. Huh?
Pressure makes diamonds.
True.
You have a cool, easy recording studio.
Yeah, I've always wanted to be in the studio like that. I never got the
Be in the stew. Cook up in the stew.
Cook in the stew, yeah.
You got all your jewelry on, you're wearing sunglasses, you got like a cup of something, and you're just like vibing to the beat, and no one is sure if they like the song yet or not, but everyone's just like, we gotta keep the vibe going.
True.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, man.
If you're the guy's like, this is kind of ass, you might get turned on by everyone else in the room.
I saw a video of Tupac blowing up because he thought there was too much of this going on in the green room. This was recently on a reel. He comes in and goes, quit messing around. We got girls dancing. We got people popping champagne. Let's make some music. We're going to do it one at a time. You can produce it later. Get my verse now. And it was sort of prophetic because he had so many verses recorded when he died. He didn't know how much time he had left.
Yeah, dude, apparently rappers now, all of them have like hundreds and hundreds of songs.
That's how you provide for your loved ones after you take too many drugs on a plane to Australia. Rest in peace.
They should just release all those songs as like podcasts. Like if you're just rapping that much, you might as well just do podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of rappers are. Juice WRLD had a bunch of songs.
Juice WRLD's had like 3 albums come out after.
And he died on a plane to Australia.
I think he was worried about a drug dog, and he had some drugs on him, so he took all of them to get off the plane. It's very sad.
What?
Yeah.
I've done that, but never had more than like one Xanax.
Yeah.
That's seriously how he died?
Yeah, I think that's how he had
Wait,
Juice
so he had a
WRLD.
ton of drugs on him, and he goes, he's already gotten through
He got
security.
nervous at TSA?
Well, I think he flew private, and he came down, and they said, this country's very uptight about drugs. He went, well, I better have every pill that's on me right now. And then he took them, and then he was out.
What?
Australia strikes again. It's very sad.
They weren't. I don't know. I went there that one time. I had a fake Vax card. You guys didn't catch that. Probably had a weed pen if I had to guess. Australia, you can get anything through Australia.
We put up our signs are very spooky. I think it's easier
Really?
to get things in than we have a whole TV show about it, which is Border Patrol. I think it's called, where we get. It's a whole TV show about Chinese people
Australian
coming
guys
into the
staring
border.
at the ocean like, yeah,
They're at the airport and they just go through like Chinese people's bags. And like, what is this? You can't have this fish.
Yeah, you can't bring a lot of fruit. I did notice that, like fruit and all that other stuff. You can't bring.
Very big on fruit.
I
Whereas
accidentally brought a stick home from Australia.
And
Found a cool
did they
stick.
say something about it, or were you able to bring it with you?
They can't. It passed,
That
bro.
sucks.
I've got those things through, dude. It's my stick. It
get
was in
them
my
out.
pocket. I forgot it was in there. It was a cool stick. It was like, dude.
No, it's probably.
I mean, it's just Grand Theft Auto. It's just a Grand Theft Auto level. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my wife wants to go there, and I've been saying no the whole time. Like, I'm not going.
She wants to go to Dubai.
Yeah. She wants to go to Dubai so
Tell her
bad.
no.
Dude, he crushes Black Instagram.
It does.
Yeah,
Dubai,
yeah, no,
True.
it is.
True.
Dubai
It's
is
a world designed by rappers.
Yeah.
You know, it's a rap place. You know?
It's a scourge on Black Instagram.
You got to get her to give something up when she goes.
Dubai?
Yeah.
Bickering
She
with
doing
me.
it? Bickering.
True.
She should post in a full hijab. Just,
True.
Yeah.
I'm done bickering.
I'm done bickering.
I've given up bickering.
I'm going to put away all the stuff.
Yeah. It's time for me to put away stuff.
Yeah, I should tell her. I'm going to warn her, like, bro, you got to understand. We
If
go
you
there.
go.
No chirping. I'd hate to see you get taken away by the authorities.
Right.
There's going to be chirping.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an interesting place for Black Instagram to be like, this is the place, the Middle East.
It's hilarious. I can't stop laughing about like Arabian dudes encountering just like black dudes
Meek
from
Mills.
yeah, Meek Mills just full chic, turbaned out, and just being like, what
It's
the
wild.
fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway,
smoking weed. It has like a weird, vaguely spiritual overtone on it, but it's just it's just a weird place. You're just in the desert, so you're like, yeah, dude, this is really important for me to do this. You just get hammered in a club and have sex with a prostitute.
Yeah.
you just have, just an Atlantic City experience.
Yeah, you could do that
Exact
an
same
hour
thing.
from your house.
They're trying to make Atlantic City a family-friendly place now.
That's not going to happen.
I know. It's a big
It's good
push.
to see them try with Atlantic City when it is hopeless.
Yeah.
It's the definition of hopeless.
That place is fucked up.
It's
so
fucked
bad.
up, and
Those
it should
old
just be
houses.
what it is, which is like a place for like bachelor and bachelorette parties,
Dude, yeah.
for weddings that have a 80% chance of unraveling within 2 years, like marriages, like the worst marriages.
That was my bachelor party for my first marriage.
Atlantic
You're gonna be
City.
20. You'll be the, you know, maybe you're
Yeah, I mean that's a guaranteed.
No, it's a horrible.
It's so accurate.
We did one. I mean, they're still married, but we did Mike Lawrence's bachelor party. It was me, Scott Chaplin, Mike Lawrence, Mike Racine,
Just the most autistic fucking.
and we
bachelor
just
party.
went. Like he doesn't drink, so we just went to like the Showboat, and we went to like a buffet, and then we just walked on the boardwalk. It was like tragic. It was
Yeah.
bad.
It's fuck, dude. They have billboards for whippets on
Yeah.
the Atlantic City boardwalk.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm not lying. They have literally huge billboards for like you can go puff whippets down there.
yeah.
It's
So that's
so
maybe
fucked.
the only way to really enjoy it.
We just did
It's
that.
to be like huffing. It's a place where you got to huff.
Probably huff
Yeah,
your
the
way
most-
into being like, this is Dubai.
Yeah.
There's the Burj Khalifa. It's like that's Ocean's
Yeah.
casino.
You're just watching a street fight. You're like, I'm sitting front row.
Conor
There's
McGregor.
Trump. You're pointing at people.
Yeah, they're in an effort to make it more family friendly. They opened an indoor water park, but it's like $112 per person to go
Yeah.
there.
By the way, the brain-eating amoebas growing in that water. Like,
Holy fuck.
It's always a tragedy. Like, you know, like it'll be like 6 months from now, they'll be like rare disease closes water park.
Yeah.
Well, China's popping off right now with child pneumonia.
What?
They're going nuts. Supposedly China has like a new plague
No,
Dude.
good.
of pneumonia, and it's affecting children, and their masks are on. I'm not even kidding. It's like
Dude.
it's hat.
I wish you didn't tell.
like-
I
that's
wish
like-
you didn't tell Matt this.
That's like the new iPhone over there. They're just
No,
dropping
it's
strains.
the up-
They do
Yeah.
have sick strains.
You got a new virus.
the
It's
out.
the
update.
new iOS.
You update it every
Child
night.
pneumonia.
Child pneumonia in China.
I don't want to be a conspiracy guy, but it is fucking weird that it's like another election.
Oh yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, hey, how about one that goes for the kids?
Dude, that
It's
was really-
weird that it's happening.
Yeah.
They're gonna need to pull out some pretty serious stops this time.
This is gonna be
The Dems are gonna have to pull something out.
They're
Child
in
pneumonia could do it.
trouble.
They're in a lot of trouble.
They're in deep trouble.
Yeah, child pneumonia would get it done though. That's a good one. 'Cause the last
I
one
don't
was
know.
just
You know what? I got to
8-year-olds.
be honest.
I don't
with you.
think a disease
I
will
don't
work.
think it's going to get it done this time.
True.
They're
Trump-
gonna
all
be like-
Trump has to
people are
do
going to be
is
like, walk it off.
Show up to UFC events.
You're going to be telling a 9-year-old who's coughing, like, keep your mouth shut. I'm going to vote.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Yeah, I guess I don't know. You think they'll win?
Who?
The Dems.
No.
No.
Yeah,
No.
not at all.
It's-
huh?
But they are going to have to do
Why are they
something.
running
They're going to
Biden,
put up
though?
like a desperate Hail Mary. We're doing an ad read.
I can't believe everyone. I guess I'm saying everybody's
Oh,
doing
we
it.
got now.
Everyone's
So the way Prize Picks works is it'll give you like
like pass yards, Jalen Hurts, you pick more or less. I'll give you that. So I don't know, Mchkusker, shots on goal would be one. I'm going more. They're giving him a lot of shots.
How many?
I don't know. I can't look it up right now, but if I had to, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say more.
I would take the more.
They're giving him,
more.
More. They've given him the green light. Yeah. More than whatever they're saying.
Yeah, whatever they go with. Mchkusker from the Flyers, more shots on net.
Yeah.
And Konechny, more assists.
Yeah. Konechny, Mchkusker, it's a deadly combo.
Don't forget about the Couturier, the Coots.
Coots isn't on the power play though.
That's all right. We'll get him in there. There's gonna be some line changes, Chris. You don't have to prove that I don't know shit about hockey. I watched 3 shifts this entire season. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in over 30 states, including California, Florida, Georgia, and Texas. That's nice.
Yeah. Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks lets you keep your lineup live. Whoa. We better not let Adam Egett find out about this. Prize Picks, if you want to make a lot of money, email Adam Egett at the Comedy Mothership. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. All right, think about that. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value on your lineups. It's a Tuesday. You're bored. Maybe you do a little Prize Picks. Have a little fun.
Yeah, get some tacos.
Prize Picks is the best way to win real money with this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your options into real money. Turn your opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. I like that. I like that you can, hit someone with a less. I'm sick of this guy. This guy's a punk.
Yeah,
less.
Dude. Who would you hit with a less?
I don't know. I don't want to be negative. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Hell yeah.
Now let's get back to that exhilarating podcast. Or what? I'm not going to Turkey.
Yeah. Terrible idea.
Why?
That's crazy.
You would do it in a second. You would do it in a second.
Would you go to Turkey? You don't leave fucking Pennsylvania.
No.
But for the hair,
of
you
course
do
I
it.
wouldn't go to Turkey. No. You did like somebody.
There's stuff around here.
I heard the best guys are overseas. But how could that be?
I think it's just the cheapest.
Oh, okay. I would want,
I had to, I don't know. I'm not, I probably won't ever do it out of laziness.
Yeah. It's never too late, right?
Yeah, it is. You can't go bald and then get hair all of a sudden.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you can, but it's crazy.
It's tough. Nah.
It's wild to not have hair.
I think that's what you should do. Just be
let it go.
Really ostentatious about it. Let it go all the way.
To my eyebrows.
Yeah.
It would be like if Louis got hair.
Yeah.
It'd be fucked up looking.
It'd be sick, dude.
I don't know. Fake hair creeps me out a little.
If Louis came back
with a full head
of red hair.
That'd be awesome.
He'd be like, he's back.
Well, Gerby's, it's amazing to have you come out of retirement like this.
Thanks for having me on.
What have you been up sexually? What have you been up to?
I
bring you on here. I need to know about your sex life.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what you would imagine. It's
Same old tricks.
Same old tricks, perhaps a few.
Oh, some new ones?
But no, I can't. But you were at the table read. The only new thing that I
what
discovered.
What did you discover?
Just that different women have different sensitivities. On
in the script you included this. It's real. That's real.
How did you find that out? Research or
through open communication in the bedroom?
Yeah. So what did you discover through open communication in the bedroom?
That different. Well, I mean, we'll just write something else. But different sides of the.
We can. Yeah, that's fine.
Clitoris are sensitive for different women. They'll be like one side.
Some ladies are like, I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. And now I'm thinking about my own dick and whether it's lefty or righty.
Mine seems like a middle.
Yeah, I'm a middle. yeah, just an
Mine's
all
a middle
around.
guy. It's pretty sensitive in general.
Equal spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good. We got that out of the way. You still talking dirty? Do you have anything you want to share about that?
I don't want to share, but I am still
I
talking
understand
dirty.
you don't. How do you like living in Westchester?
I love it.
Yeah, this is very
It's
nice.
incredible. It's so nice.
It's actually a little too nice.
I'm fucked. I know.
Dude.
I know. It's
Go
so
back to
cozy.
fucking Austin.
I know.
It's hot. I don't know.
It's hot.
Okay.
There's no. Doesn't exist there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The
it's-
rocks and dirty trees.
Yeah. You don't realize how much of this is like a party until you like leave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
I'm a Northeast guy.
You
Yeah.
are a Pennsylvania guy.
Obviously, I'm a Pennsylvania man.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like when I went to Spain thinking I'd be Hemingway.
Yeah.
I went to Texas and immediately was like, nope. I like it here, but this is not for me. I don't belong here.
Could you imagine being someone who actually traveled by like horse and wagon down
Got
to
the whole way
Texas
down
and
there,
then
just like, fuck, it's hot. I go, fuck, I brought all my friends. Fuck.
and then that's probably why they just kept going.
Yeah.
Just like, no, it's got to get better. It's
Think about
got
the
to
people that got
get mauled by
Think about the
Indians.
dumbasses that got stuck in the Midwest. They probably
Yeah.
got there in like the spring or the summer.
Yeah.
They're probably like, this is great. Fucking 12 feet of snow and 3 weeks later. Oh man. But no, it's obviously it's great to
Driving on the roads, driving
roads
on
are
the
nice.
hilly, like just
Yeah.
lush.
I'm ready to get the fuck out of Philly though already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to get here.
Philly did take
Yeah.
Philly did take the hit
What's that?
of COVID wise.
Yeah.
Philly got it.
Everything's
rocked.
closed.
Yeah.
And scary.
And
Yeah.
it is scary.
Yeah.
I tried to like take some people to coffee shops like that I always used to go to. I went
Yeah.
to like 4 different ones. I just kept walking around the city because they were all closed. They had all just been shuttered.
I'm sad about Bards and
Yeah.
Irish Pub.
Yeah, those are staples.
Need Bards. Yeah, back. That's where you used to get after it.
I did. Yeah. So we would hang out after.
You used to be a party animal.
Not a party animal, but you know, you'd have a. I remember one time we got a bill at bar.
More blowjobs in the day.
And then
But I'm
got
getting a job.
Dude, if you could like bottle and put that into your like the happiness that guy feels
Yeah.
the first time he does like a good quality heroin and gets sucked off, that guy, that feels better than anything we will ever experience.
I don't know. I feel like I've experienced versions of that all the time.
Have you? But addiction,
Oh, no.
like
I mean, I guess
giving
yeah.
into your vices.
I'm talking about just like the idea of like getting one paycheck and being like, I'm the richest guy of all time.
Yeah, but you
I'm
don't.
going out. I'm getting pussy.
Yes, true, but you don't have the extreme deprivation to like juxtapose it with. You know what I mean? Going
True.
from absolutely nothing,
Yeah. The living on the street.
living on the
Yeah.
street, getting no head whatsoever, to, you know what I mean? Unless you've done something awesome with your money. These guys are making eyes at each other.
I'm just smiling at Steven. I'm happy to see him. And I know he's probably spinning in his head because he hasn't spoken yet.
No,
I was laying out. I was camouflaged. I felt
he
good.
gave us the Lincoln, the rims.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I was sitting here, and then I was like, if Shane accuses me of not talking, I'll be like, I give you the whole story thing.
Steve, I got you, brother.
Thank you so
I
much.
was just checking in. I wasn't
Which was
criticizing.
such an awesome thing. It's like, I haven't seen Starlink, but I did see a black guy see your ribs for the first time. It's pretty much
You could have, if I had an fMRI machine in my brain when he said that, and I thought of the spinners, and I was like,
Yeah.
said it. Yes.
No, I'm so happy to be podding. You know, on the record, I've been trying to get you clear of your. You're the USSR and he's Sabonis, and you won't let him come over. You know
No,
what
it's
I
not
mean?
him.
he's
No,
mine.
no.
If he does another podcast before he does mine, now he's free. He's done
Okay,
enough.
all right, good.
I
good,
said
good.
that on my own terms.
Yeah,
You make your own
because
terms,
I've been trying to
big
get
man.
Steve.
No, I'm saying, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you're a loyal man. That's true.
Yeah.
But man, I remember seeing Steve for the first time. Maybe it was the original Tires pilot, or maybe
Yeah.
it was even that. It was probably that, right? With the King sketch. When did you guys
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Was that first?
2 summers ago, right?
I just remember seeing this motherfucker and being, I'm like, that's a star, baby.
He's a star.
That's I was like, I love that guy. I don't know.
He reminds me of Tom Cruise. That's what it is.
So what? I mean, well, whatever. I'm gonna take that as honest to some degree.
I am
You
honest.
remind me, you have star qualities.
Stop.
You do.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to be nice, dude.
I can't tell.
You have
You
star
just said I
qualities.
look like Tom Cruise. I obviously
didn't say
don't look
look
like Tom.
Yeah, but you wear cool jackets. You want like a leather Top Gun jacket.
No, I don't.
In your head,
You
you're
don't?
Tom Cruise.
No, I don't want to